This week, a recent Housing Wire column reports that the Trump administration is looking to Australia's superannuation program as a possible means to shore up American retirement security. Now, what would the potential impacts be for future retirees and HECM lending? We'll answer these questions and more right after this short message from our sponsor.
Liberty Reverse wants to help you grow your reverse mortgage business with our proprietary Equity IQ product suite. Equity IQ gives your borrowers access to more funds, lowers their upfront costs, and expands eligibility for home purchases. Learn more at partners.libertyreversemortgage.com today. This ad is intended for mortgage professionals only and is not a consumer solicitation. PHH Mortgage, doing business as Liberty Reverse Mortgage, is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 2726.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. On the heels of the Trump administration touting Trump accounts, which would deposit $1,000 as seed money into the accounts of eligible U.S. children born between 2025 and 2028, which can be used for retirement or education at age 18, there's another new proposal being floated by the administration. Housing Wire and CNN report the administration is now looking into adopting an Australian-style retirement system for American workers. Yes, down under. The superannuation program. Australia's superannuation system is a compulsory employer-funded retirement program, which functions as that nation's primary savings engine for older Australians' retirement security. Employers contribute a set percentage of each worker's wages into a super fund, which is currently at 11%, and increasing to 12% next year, while workers can make additional voluntary contributions with very favorable tax treatment. Now, those funds are professionally managed across a diversified portfolio, and they generally remain locked away or inaccessible until retirement age, where withdrawals become tax-free. Now, in practice, the super blends the elements of the American 401k, a pension, and a Roth IRA, but with one major difference. Participation is mandatory, which means that nearly every Australian enters retirement with a structured, long-term savings plan that is designed to reduce reliance on government support programs. Now, this proposal comes as Social Security and Medicare are facing mounting projected shortfalls, as fewer workers are now contributing to a growing population of retirees who are now drawing benefits. Australia's superannuation model shows what happens when a nation fully commits to mandatory retirement savings. It creates a massive universal asset base. CNN reports that Australia's superannuation program holds more than $4.5 trillion today, and they also underscore the key insight that is missing from most of the news coverage. That is that the super is not a supplement to retirement planning. It becomes the retirement planning system, and that driven participation across every income tier would dramatically reduce long-term reliance on public benefits. If the U.S. ever moved to a similar model, it would fundamentally shift the financial profile of future retirees, and with it, yes, the role that HECMs play, moving reverse mortgages from a last resort solution into a more strategic tool inside a larger compulsory retirement framework. If the U.S. did adopt this Australian-style system, or the super, it would fundamentally reshape the landscape in which we operate today as HECM lenders and originators, but that again would be in the distant future, if at all. Now, first, a national superannuation program would significantly increase retirees' liquid retirement savings and reduce the number of seniors reaching the age of 62 with inadequate assets, and also reduce the crisis-driven or needs-based borrower segment of HECM demand. However, it would likely expand the strategic use segment of the HECM market. With larger tax-advantaged retirement balances, advisors perhaps would be more frequently using the HECM to integrate it as a buffer tool to manage the sequence of returns risk of those accounts, preserve superannuation balances, and optimize long-term withdrawal strategies. And that mirrors how the super planners right now in Australia are presently using the super with equity release products, such as Australia's Home Equity Access Scheme. Yes, they call it a scheme. A U.S. superannuation model would also shift borrower profiles upward with higher household savings, stronger credit, and larger equity positions. And that would make HECMs a more attractive planning tool for the middle and, yes, even the upper middle income homeowners, rather than being a last resort option for those that are aging into, let's say, financial distress. But let's be honest, the odds of the U.S. ever adopting anything comprehensive, they're slim. Congress has shown little appetite for structural reform to Americans' retirement, preferring instead to kick the can down the road as Social Security and other entitlement programs drift toward insolvency. For now, superannuation remains a useful, thought experiment, one that highlights both the gaps in our current system and the unrealized potential of home equity and a better designed retirement framework. What are your thoughts? I'd be interested to hear those in the comment section below. And if you found value in today's segment, be sure to share it on your LinkedIn network. We do have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It really helps our channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you see anything that just gets broadcast that week. We do have a weekly podcast where you can get all of your latest news, HECM World Weekly. We have both an audio and video edition. Listeners can subscribe and listen on Apple Music or Spotify. Thanks again for joining us, and be sure to return next week for more reverse mortgage news, commentary, and analysis you'll only find right here at HECM World. Have a great week.